Gözlerinde bir gece seni ben böyle sandım. Şu gözlü bir takem kameranın neresinde? Oh my god, this thing looks like I'm so far away, right? What do you guys think? Well, I guess it was about time that you saw my routine of just lying back and just watching my YouTube videos. I have no idea how this camera is showing me, but as far as I can see from that tiny little screen, I look like minuscule, man. That's because I'm using the widest possible configuration on the lens, which is, I believe, 17 to 35. So right now I think it's on 17, which is supposed to be the widest, right? So I was just, watching stuff about how to make it after your 50s on YouTube, how to start a channel. And apparently, there are a lot of people like me who are, retiring at around 50 years old, 50, 55, 60, and some of them have their hobbies, so they want to create a channel about their hobbies, and others just want to do something. For example, now the clouds are covering the sun, so I'm curious to see if the light has changed in the scene. These are things that I am, just last week started to read about these things. So I'm very curious to see how these things will progress, how life, where it will take me in 2 years, in 5 years, hopefully, if I can live that long, I don't know. I mean, you have to be very, let yourself be, I guess. I tried to do meditation the other day, just to be grateful for everything. In everything, I guess what is hard is the consistency, right? I mean, to start something, yes, a lot of people start, but then to do it for a long time is what's difficult, to be able to do something for a long time. To learn a skill. For example, for YouTube, we first have to learn filming, right? Lighting, microphone, sound quality. I guess learning the camera, if it's not a point and shoot, if it's a full frame mirrorless camera like this Sony A7 IV, there's so much to learn about that thing. I don't even know 1% of it yet. So much to learn. Like, it's like having a master's in becoming a YouTuber, I mean, you could just share your experiences, I guess, your thoughts on topics, and you vlog your day, I mean, I don't really do that much these days. I'm mostly home. So, I mean, there's really nothing much to show. I am hoping to start doing some nature walks again. I did some walks before. And also maybe learning to do camping. And those will be, of course, hopefully better videos. But of course, I have to, until then, learn how to shoot videos and how to edit them. Maybe put some effects, though I don't really like that kind of thing, like the effects. But I like some nice, music in the background, something subtle when I am talking. But also probably some cool I guess they call it B-roll. This is what I read yesterday. B-roll shots. Uh, so I guess that means I just shoot myself like this, and then I shoot myself. For example, I put the camera all the way, um, in a distance, and then I film myself walking towards the camera, maybe without looking at the camera, and do different takes like that. And then I take, for example, a movie of a dog running in the garden, and I add up those B rolls in the clip. This is where video editing, for me, I think it comes in handy, something to learn, uh, because then I can really make a difference. By the way, there's a huge wind outside, huge wind. I don't know what's going on with the wind. I had a tent made up, a big tent. I will take some pictures of it and try to do a vlog over there. But the whole tent, basically, it was broken apart by the wind. So now I am really trying hard to find someone to fix it. I guess that's what it means to live in the country, You don't really know. And as soon as I can find someone, to fix it, I will have it repaired. I don't know how much that's gonna cost. Probably an arm and a few legs, and we'll see. Um, so once I can make that tent thing happen in the summer of 2022, I hope to do some wood crafting there to learn how to carve, spoons and wooden glasses. They call them kuksa, I guess. So to learn how to make kuksas, we'll see how that goes, if it's easy or not. I have no idea. And then, maybe do a little bit of sculpture with wood. Try to do some abstract figures, maybe even some animal figures, even though those are probably much harder to do. We'll see. And so that's a craft. If I can learn woodcraft, I can also, if I can learn camping, I can combine those maybe in a few years and do what they call bushcrafting, which is, dealing with wood in nature. You take your wood carving knives and you just go to the nature, you camp for a night or two. And then while you're there, of course, in the evenings there's not much to do. It's dark, right? So no TV, no internet. So basically you learn how to craft things. So that could be something that I can get into, hopefully in a few years. Time will show. I'm just going to make sure to record all these mementos, all these moments, right? To have them as souvenirs and to just have sort of like a video, diary of my life, of the routines, and sort of my promises to my future self, to see where that goes, what happens, if I'm able to make it or not. All these things. So then, what else can I tell you? So learning about doing YouTube videos and Instagram reels and TikTok videos, it's really a craft in and of itself. It does take a lot of work. It takes, learning about a brand new industry, and, try to familiarize yourself with new vocabulary, terminology, and new tools. But it seems to me I have not yet begun to edit anything. So far I'm just filming myself and just putting the videos like that. But it seems to me the most difficult part for me is going to be the editing part. Of course, practice makes perfect, like in everything else. So I will have to learn how to edit and how to, become better at it. So we'll see how that works. I will keep you posted. I mean, there are tools that allow me to record my screen as I'm learning things, as I'm navigating websites, I'm doing research. So I want to share those screens with you as well. I want to do a screen recording of my screens in the future and see what that happens, how that happens, and if that can come up with a good outcome or not. And yeah, I mean, I'm learning about search algorithm like Google and YouTube, uh, that you have to write your titles of your videos in a way that contains some of the keywords which you talk about in your video, like for example, if it's self-help, what kind of self-help, try to be specific. For example, in today's video I'm talking to you about moving to the countryside, about basically at our age, right after 50, learning YouTube for beginners, how to go about filming, how to go about editing, which I am still going to learn, and how to write your titles, how to take separate thumbnail pictures. And I guess like most beginners, I am guilty of that as well. So far I did not take thumbnail pictures, separate pictures for any of my videos. And how to format that for YouTube thumbnail scale. And I guess they should, because they are very small, right? Especially on mobile, which a lot of people now use mobile to watch YouTube videos. You have to make them stand apart. So you have to have maybe no words, and if you have words in it, maybe 2 words, 3 words max. For example, I would say YouTube for beginners or YouTube for elderly. And then most people, what they do is they take a picture of themselves, like, weird facial expression, showing to the letters, like, so something like this, like, or like, oh, or like they look at the side and they write here, YouTube for beginners, kind of thing. I don't know. I mean, yes, it is read from a distance because it's in a big, bold letter and only few letters with a striking image. But then if everybody does the same things, watches the same videos as I am starting to watch recently, and we all start doing similar kind of thumbnails, similar kind of titles. I mean, of course, everybody's content is going to be different, the way they explain things, but still, I mean, a lot of the content is going to have similar thumbnails, similar titles, and even similar content. For example, for YouTube, for beginning to do YouTube videos, there's limited things that you can explain, right? You can explain how to do thumbnail, how to write your titles, how to choose your camera within your budget, how to start filming, and then as you go along, as you practice, of course you will learn to make better videos. I mean, so far my videos suck. That's why there's only 5, 10, 20 people watching it, which is okay, because I know that I have so much to learn. I am in the very beginning of this journey. But I don't mind learning those things, because I think really this is a way of leaving something to the world, from all over the place, all over the countries. That's why I'm doing these videos in English. I mean, I have some videos in Turkish too. In TikTok, I have songs in Turkish because that platform is really where I just let myself go. I'm like, whatever, you know. I'm just being a real fool. But here, as you can see, I'm also lying down, um, and because I guess there's no point in. You can hear the prayer sound. I love that sound in the countryside. It's Ramadan in Turkey, by the way. I guess all over the world, it's the month of Ramadan. So to the people who can do it, fasting for 30 days, my respect and prayers go to you. I personally am not at that level of self-discipline, but a lot of people say that fasting is good. Even people who do keto diet, what I'm trying to do sometimes, they say intermittent fasting is very, very good, eating only twice a day. So I'm sure sometime in the future, the scientists, they will find something that says, wow, I mean, fasting for a whole day for, for 1 month out of the 12 months, turns out it's great for the body and the metabolism for these reasons. So whoever does it, my hat is off to you. Congratulations and happy Ramadan. Um, well, other than that, it's a daily constant learning new things in the country. Like the water pipes broke. To find some worker is very hard. Uh, Write down in the comments if you live in the country as well, or if it's your hope to live in the country. And if you do live in the country, is it very hard for you as well to find plumbers, to find people to fix things, helpers? It's just very, very hard. If in big cities, it's much easier because there are a lot of people to choose from. But in tiny little villages, I mean, the Hussein Fakir village where I live, the name, yes, it's like Hussein Fak. In English, it's like the first name Hussein. Uh, but it's basically like maybe 20 houses here. So that's small. I mean, besides me, maybe there's 19 house. Living full time here, maybe 10 house, summer and winter. In summer, it probably doubles in size. Uh, Most people come here for the summer, to spend their summer holiday of 3 months, 4 months, whatever. They go to the sea, to Assos, to Küçükkuyu, and this is what they do. Um, so I guess I will try to learn and share what I learn, and we'll see how that happens, how the whole journey of learning, filming and editing after the age of 50 is going to happen. If I can do some product reviews, I would love to do those as well. Of course, the things that I can review are the things that I own in the house. So like, MacBook Pro, Sony camera, E7 IV, wood making things, e-bike, knives, some antique stuff because I collected a lot of antiques in my previous life before moving to the country. So whatever I can do is I will try to do those things, and we'll see how that happens. Of course, everything requires planning and putting content days. Like next week, I'm going to do some antique pieces, talk about the history of those, I can't really do the tour of the basement because the basement is crazy right now. It's like it's full of stuff, unopened boxes still, still trying to find places for them. Like I said, I was making a tent next to the house. I was going to show you guys, but then the wind just tore the tent apart, completely destroyed it. So now I have to find someone to, you know, remake the tent fabric out of the nylon, and it's now summertime. I mean, we are April, so May and then summer, you know, so it's gonna be really hot with a lot of insects and bugs and flies during the day and mosquitoes at night. So uh, I don't know how to sit in that tent when it's that hot. Um, and if I cannot put the you know, screen protector for the bugs, if I leave it open, then it's going to be very hard because of the flies and the bugs and stuff. But we'll see. I mean, at least we'll see it together, right? I mean, you will be there with my journey. We will experience things together. And if anybody thinks about moving to the countryside in Turkey or anywhere in the world, hopefully you can get some pointers from me and see what happens. Well, I guess that's that for today. We'll see if I can come up with anything new. I will let you know. But so far, so good. Okay. And then you turn it off, right? Yeah. Okay, right here. I'm still learning this